Well, hello and welcome to the Palau de Sport de Granollers in Spain. Quarterfinals day in the 2021 Women's Handball World Championships. Two of them today. Earlier, Norway booked their place in the semi-final with a 34-28 win over the Russian Handball Federation. But coming up next, it's Olympic champions France, who take on Sweden. Paul Bray here with you for this match. Two teams who met 4 months ago in Tokyo in the semi-final. A hard-fought affair. Went down to the last 5 minutes when France came good in the money time. But Sweden have looked hugely impressive here, while France have quite a few players who have left the squad following the Olympics. So first out, here comes Sweden. You were in preliminary Group D in Torrevieja, securing opening wins against Uzbekistan, Puerto Rico, then drawing 31-all with the defending champions, the Netherlands, to finish second on goal difference in the main round. Beat Kazakhstan, then scored a late equaliser to draw 30-all with Norway, and then beat Romania. They then had an anxious wait as Norway beat the Netherlands to go through to the quarter-final, and with it, booked Sweden's place as well at the expense of the defending champions, the Netherlands, who go out of the competition at the end of the main round. Sweden have been hugely impressive. Here come France, the Olympic champions, who reached the quarter-final undefeated. Preliminary round wins over Angola, Slovenia and Montenegro were followed with wins in the main round over Poland, Serbia and the Russian Handball Federation to finish top of their group here in Granollers and set up a mouth-watering encounter against Sweden. We'll hand over now to the hall announcer to introduce the players and the officials.
The members of the team from France. Number 8, captain of France, Coralie Lassource. Number 1, Laura Glouzer. Number 2, Méline Nokandi. Number 3, Alicia Toublon. Number 6, Chloé Valentini. Number 7, Alison Pinault. Number 10, Grace Zadi Dena. Number 16, Cléopâtre Darleux. Number 19, Océane Sercienne Gaulon. Number 20, Laura Flip. Number 21, Orlan Cano. Number 22, Tamara Oracek. Number 24, Beatrice Edwige. Number 26, Pauletta Fopa. Number 27, Estelle Nzeminko. And number 31, Lucie Granier. The national head coach of France is Mr. Olivier Humboldt. The team officials of France are Sébastien Gardilou, Pierre Terzi, Cindy Connor, and Celestin Daly. And now let's meet all the members of the team from Sweden. Number 6, captain of Sweden, Karin Strombadi. Number 1, Johanna Bunsen. Number 4, Olivia Melego. Number 7, Lynn Bloom. Number 8, Yamina Roberts. Number 9, Melissa Petrien. Number 16, Jessica Rida. Number 17, Nina Dano. Number 19, Anna Lagerqvist. Number 21, Evelina Eriksson. Number 23, Emma Lindqvist. Number 24, Natalie Hoffman. Number 38, Yelin Homson. Number 39, Evelina Karl Schellholm. Number 42, Jenny Karlsson. And number 44, Daniela de Jong. The national head coach of Sweden is Mr. Thomas Axner. The team officials are Johanna Winberg, Thomas Forsberg, Uriam Johannesson, and Anders Brustrom. The referees for the match are Miss Victoria Alpaidze and Miss Tatiana Beritskina from Russia. The IHF technical officials are timekeeper Ms. Ariana Vojic from Bosnia and Herzegovina and the scorekeeper Ms. Joanna Bremer from Poland. The IHF official is Mr. Teodoro Antemian from Argentina. And the representative of the International Handball Federation is Mr. Franciszek Taborski from the Czech Republic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of France. Senyores i senyors, demanem que es posin de peu per l'himne nacional de França. Por favor, pónganse de pie para el himno nacional de Francia.
Soldats qui viennent jusque dans nos bras, égorger nos fils et nos compagnes. Aux armes, citoyens, formez bataillons, marchons, 15 ans à preuve nos sillons.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Sweden. Manténganse en pie para el himno nacional de Suecia. Restin de peu per l'himne nacional de Suècia.
Well, the teams have played each other 20 times in official competition. 12 French wins, 5 Swedish wins and 3 draws. In fact, the last win for Sweden goes right back to Euro 2014. This is a lineup for France. Playmaker Zadi will be key today, both in attack and defense. Dembele, though, will run the roost in defense. They brought in left-back Cano in the last game for the misfiring Nyakate and may look to make more use of her today. Well, right-back Flip's return, also a welcome addition to the squad. She came in for the last game. Olivier Krumholtz, coach of the French team. For Sweden, they have a formidable back line with Robert Stromberg, Lindqvist linking up well with Blom on the line, while right wing Hackman is the competition's top scorer by some way with 62 goals, 31 of them fast breaks. France are warned this Swedish team looks extremely strong and a chance to finally get a win in recent years over the French. Thomas Axner, their coach in the huddle there, has brought a real aggressive style to his team. Alison Pinault, legendary player, 13 goals in this competition, but also key in defense. She's played for her country 270 times. Nathalie Hagman, 62 goals with a 78% success rate, the top scorer in the competition. So Glossaire will start in goal for France with a 39% save rate. She's had a superb competition, while Jessica Rude will be in goal for Sweden, a 33% save rate. Last opportunity to look for some other intervention.
9, 8, 7,
Countdown is on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play handball.
So France in the all-white strip throw off this last quarter-final of the Women's Handball World Championships against Sweden today in the all-navy blue strip. We're in the Palau de Sport de Granollers in Spain, where the final will be played in a few days' time. Will one of these teams be there? Well, one will be out already at the end of the day and travelling home. France start out with Nzeminko, Flip and Zadi across the back. Lassource, the captain, tries to lob the keeper from a decent angle. It's a comfortable save for Rude. France, who have one of the best defences in the business, are up against one of the best attacks in the competition. And Sweden get off the mark quickly, courtesy of Elin Hansen. So France in the attack. They've got on the right wing, there's Toublanc, one of the new players in the team, Lassource on the left wing, and Fouba is on the line, not being used in defence. She changes with Edwige. She comes around now. Solid defence. Anna Lagerqvist, one of the best defenders in the business, who plays for Rostov-Don in Russia, ironically, together with Zadi, France's number 10, and Dembele, the defence specialist. Lovely pass. Assist from Flip, and a goal put away by Pauletta Fouba, youngest ever player to represent France, who was selected at 17. So Lindqvist, Stromberg and Jamina Roberts, who is having a superb tournament, the left back. Blum on the line. Hansen on the left wing. And Hagman has started on the right side, very experienced. France's defence. They've only let in 120 goals in the competition so far, bettered only by the Danes. That's going to be a free throw. In terms of attacks, though, Sweden have the second best attack in the competition with 244 goals with a 73% success rate. The French, unfortunately, though, have struggled with their attacks. That's a shame because the ball is fumbled. France look for a quick breakout. Put it wide, Edwige, and France makes a couple of golden opportunities early on. Defence specialist going on a break. She's had a few goals in the competition so far. Edwige, 7. So time to set up for Sweden. Switch back by Roberts. Stromberg into the wing. Hagman puts it wide. The exchanges going astray a little. It's only the second shot of the game for the Swedes. Missed that one. Well, France have had 3 shots of goal already. This the last one, and missed a couple. France, who've reached the semi-final of 6 of the last 7 major championships. World, European and Olympics. Teams met in the semi-final in Tokyo when France won 29-27. Zadi, number 10, scored 7 goals. Flip. Oh, poor pass by Zadi. France, little wasteful. They've been looking very strong, France, all the way through the competition until they got to the main round. Spluttered in attack in the first 2 matches. Still won them. With Poland and then Serbia. And then came off better in the end against the Russian Handball Federation when they played some really nice handball. That's a missed connection. And no one seemed to rush for it. And Nzeminko was looking for it. Blum, top corner. Lindblom. Well, as she came out, it left a gap behind, which was immediately exploited by Lindblom. 2-1 Sweden, coming up to 5 minutes played. Faupas comes out. Both teams starting out with a 6-0 defense, and that's a penalty, a push on Flip as she goes through. Jamina Roberts at fault. Flip, who was injured early in the tournament, turned her ankle against Slovenia, was replaced, but came back in the last match when they gave her 10 minutes just to see how she was. She looked okay. So Pinot comes off the bench. She's scored 7 of her 10 penalties. Rude saved a couple. Oh, it's off the post. Well, France are really throwing away their chances here. 2 clear ones, fast break and a penalty. Rude went the right way. Goalkeeper, one of 7 players in the Swedish team who play their club handball in Denmark. Stromberg is in at right back now with Lagerqvist doing defensive duties. Stromberg, oh yes, Jamina Roberts, went to the wing, but he fumbled it. Glosser looked for a long pass, it wasn't on. Zadi's coming down the middle. Flip. Tries to switch it back again. Trying to increase the tempo here, but ironically in attack, the Swedes are the quickest. France very much play their match around defense. So very low scoring start to the game. It's looking very, very nervous out there for both teams. Sweden restricted to just 3 shots in 6.5 minutes, but scored a couple, while France have had 4, but have missed all their chances. And Rude again. And France may live to regret those early missed opportunities to take control. Blum, second goal of the game. 29-year-old who plays in Hungary for Dieu. Scores, ironically, against her club teammate, goalkeeper Glosser. That's finally gone in for Flip. Little side step and straight through the gap behind. That was the lob at the other end between club mates. Say also that France's number 27 in Zeminko, second from the bottom in defence, also plays in Hungary for Dieu, along with goalkeeper Glosser and the Swedish line player Blum, that she's ironically marking at the moment. Stromberg, oh, gap in the middle. Takes too many steps and Zeminko will run to the middle. Opens up to La Source. Well, La Source had gone right up to the 6-meter line and looked to have lost momentum, and Zeminko preferred to put the ball wide as she was under close scrutiny. Shot down next to the standing leg. So 8 minutes played, and it's all square, 3-all. France recovering, but the early missed opportunities mean their scoring rate is 43% only, compared to Sweden's 75%. Sweden, who have the taller team of the two, average 1.77 m. Jamina Roberts, and that's defending inside the area by Zeminko, and a penalty. Jamina Roberts, who's just got better and better, plays for Severhoff these days. So Hagman will take it. She's scored 17 penalties so far in this competition, and scores that one. Opening goal of the game. Nicely taken. So Sweden edge in front. 18th penalty scored by Hagman. She's now on 63 goals at this championship. She's 20 ahead of the second place player, Alexandrova of Kazakhstan. That's a long, long way in front. La Source back into Faupas. Ball comes out, but it's picked up by France, and another fine save by Rude, who's on 3 saves already. France continue to miss their opportunities. Zadi, Flip, trying to get the ball into the wing, finally manage it. And that's put away by Alicia Toublon, who'd only played 2 matches for France before this World Championship, though scored 8 goals. Runs it off her fingertips. 4-4 with 10 minutes played. In addition to the semi-final in Tokyo, the teams actually met in the group stages as well, where they battled out a 28-all draw, looking for the wing. But unfortunately, because they tried a Kemper, where they lobbed the ball up for Roberts, and then she landed inside in front of the goalkeeper, they couldn't let play continue for the Swedes. And now suddenly France edge in front. They've started to spread the ball a little bit quicker in on the right-hand side as well, and Toublanc gets a second. So Stromberg yells to Blom on the line, move to the right. There was Zadi. Saw the opportunity to go straight to the wing. Two of the Swedish players, Stromberg on the ball and Hagman on the right wing, play their club handball in France for Nantes. Oh, stolen. And Zeninko. And again, it's passed out to Toublanc, down to the keeper, who makes a fantastic save. Jessica Ruder. And France are so wasteful in attack at the moment. This could well come back to haunt them later. 5 goals from 11 opportunities. And just as we expected, Sweden, more efficient attack, scoring 4 from 5. France with the better defense have hit them on the break, but scored 5 from 11. Blum goes in on the line. Stromberg, no way past Zadi. Good mobility in the defense at the moment, and it's a passive play call. 6 passes to get the shot away. Roberts gets the penalty, and I think we have a 2-minute suspension. So off goes France's Alicia Toublanc. And it's a penalty as well. Good chance for Hagman now to level it, and then they've got a power play. Glosser, who hasn't saved any penalties in the competition yet. Touched it, but not good enough, I'm afraid. And Hagman gets a second. There was the opportunity for the French when begging. With another fine save by Ruder, her 4th. 12.5 minutes played. The French have taken out their goalkeeper while they are short-handed. In on the right wing has got another newcomer to the team, Lucie Granier. Foupa gets the ball, but it's going to be a free throw. Russian referees today, Victoria Alpaidze and Tatiana Bereznika. Say Berezkina, rather. Zadi, oh, straight through. Well, Sergio Golin's come on now at right back. She's been a little shot shy in the competition, especially from a distance, with only 1 goal from 10 attempts. Hammers that one away, though. France short-handed, though. Now, real opportunity, especially for the wings. Brought on Lindqvist in the centre. Looking for the line, that's another penalty. Won this time by Jenny Karlsson. Sidesteps and Idwies just crashes into her. Darleux, the other goalkeeper for France, looks on disconsolate. Hagman. Well, Glosser going the right way, but just wasn't quick enough. And Hagman's 3 penalties bring Sweden level again. Hagman scoring that one. She's actually the 10th top scorer in the French league with 40 goals. The captain Stromberg is the 11th scorer in the French league with 38 goals, both for Nantes. France are back to full strength again. The score's tied. And Sergio Golin looks for the penalty, but instead it's a goal for Hagman, her 4th of the game, and they take the lead. Showed being held from the back, but referees happy that that was okay. Not enough interference to warrant a sanction. Well, it's not for the want of chances that France are trailing here at the midway point in the first half. They've had 13 and scored less than half of their chances. The Swedes are on an 88% success rate. Not high scoring, but we knew it wouldn't be. That's going to be a free throw, the foul on Foupa. Just 20 years of age, Foupa. She's already been a European champion at the age of 17. She's now Olympic champion. And all the Olympians were given the Legion of Honor as well at that age. That's quite something. That's a penalty. Foupa brought down in the centre by Lagerqvist. Getting the penalties is one thing, converting them is another. Zadi steps up. She scored 3 from 4. Oh, coolly taken. Runs a wrist underneath and just slowly curves it over the keeper. Broken wrist action. That was class. Zadi, who's the 7th top scorer in the Russian league with 39 goals. France, who were world champions in 2017. In fact, 7 of the players remain in the team here. Before that, in 2003. The only person who was present on that occasion was the coach, Olivier Krumholtz. He's been in charge for 21 years, bar a couple of years when Alain Prost came in. That didn't quite work out. Long-range shot, that's clipped the post, stays wide. Break for France. Carlson. And Pinault gets manhandled and wins the free throw. Winner of this match will be up against Denmark. They won their quarter-final yesterday, 30-25 against Brazil, while Spain beat Germany 26-21. The hosts will be in the last 4. Pinault tries to turn, gets absolutely clattered by Lagerqvist, who came out and hit her hard, but she can take it, Pinault. And Lagerqvist again. And the referee, Tatiana Berezkina, comes up and says, don't hold her. Nokondi has now come on. Tries to take the shot, but she's being held all the way by Melogor. Sweden who put Melogor on now. She's defending 2 left on the far side. Pinault, passive play now being called against France. This is good defending by Sweden. Krumholtz must be a little concerned. Long-range shot in the end by Pinault goes wide. So it's a complete change of back line for the French. Jamina Roberts. And another 2-minute suspension. And this time it's Alison Pinault. Caught her high, yes. It was clumsy more than ill-intentioned, but off goes France's most experienced player with 264 international matches, and Hagman steps up for her 4th penalty. And scores again, like a metronome. Came into this match with a 78% success rate on her shooting. Sweden edge back in front again. France take out the goalkeeper, level things up. So they've had to bring Zadi back on again, number 10, with Pinault serving a 2-minute suspension. Nokondi goes into the middle, especially where she plays for Metz. Often used as a left back. Got a decent shot. And there, to illustrate the case, she scores. And Sergien Golin brought down. And they're just trying to check who it was. You'll see it here. There's the pull down on her shirt, and it's been coming, to be honest, Lagerqvist. She gets 2 minutes. Uncompromising, I think, is her style, but then she'll know all about it. She and Dembele, the French defense specialist, both play their club handball for Rostov-Don, where their coach, the Swede Per Johansson, clearly likes good, strong defenders. So Lindqvist is on. Stromberg in the center. Decent angle over the head of the keeper. She's a scoring machine, Hagman. Beautifully done. Oh, that was close. France nearly had a faulty substitution. Darleu's being substituted in and was just about to run on. Glosser actually grabbed her and said, not yet. France score, though, at the other end. And Sergien Hugola, this would be a good day for her to find her shooting. She struggled so far in the competition, but that was very nice. 20-minute mark goes past. And by taking off their goalkeeper, the Swedes have a power play against France, who are short-handed for a few seconds more to get a quick shot in here. Is she going to be off? It's some mopping. Got a bit worried for a second there. Chloé Valentini, who's come in. See the anxious look. Oh, nicely done. Swung her arm over the top, drove through. Jenny Karlsson. First goal of the game for the 26-year-old who plays for Holstebro in Denmark. Sweden are back in front again. So Pino is back on. She's gone in at left back. Zadi stays in the middle. And for the moment, they are keeping Faupas on the bench. And she pleads immediately. Granier took the shot and turned to the referee. Quite sure what the claim was. Well, she does have a point, because actually the Swedish defender was completely in her path, standing inside the area. And as she rightly said, I couldn't open the angle for the shot. But nothing given. Got to put it behind me, can't change it. Meanwhile, the Swedes have served out that suspension as well, and they are back to full strength. Zadi pushes out. That's too many steps. The ball to France. Granier was away very quick, and it's stolen back again. Excellent play, Melegor. France, lapse of attention. Dano has come on. Looks for the line, sails over the top of Blum, who's being impeded, and gets a free throw. So in goal for France now, the more experienced of the two keepers, Cléopâtre Darleux replacing Glosser, who hadn't made any saves from 9. Darleux plays for Brest, French champions. Dano. Oh, what a shame. Referees say couldn't have given it to you anyway, because Dano had taken too many steps anyway. And Blum was clear, so free throw taken. Oh, beautifully placed, right up in the corner, Nina Dano. 13th goal of the game. 2-goal lead now. Sergien Hugola. 3 goals now in the match. Very athletic player. Plays with Alison Pino at Prim Ljubljana in Slovenia, but just hasn't been able to get the long-range shots, and a team timeout called by Sweden. You see that great goal by Dano, so superbly placed in the corner.
Hej! Lyssna nu här. Det är en blå plupp det där, så skit i det. Vi spelar slutspel så här nu. Vi har en låg, så spelar vi... Vi ska spela spök här direkt på den trean nu. Eller bara hård rullattack där.
Så du spelar fönster? Jag såg inte.
Alltså vi kommer in här, vi har Nina här nu.
Ja.
Vi behöver inte ens passa över bollen, vi ska spela spök direkt, rulla hård tryck. Nina, nästa anfall.
Et à condition de continuer à être dangereux. Les doubles croisés, les triples croisés, ça marche aussi. Allez, allez!
First team timeout taken by Sweden. Assistant coach Iber getting very excited. Sweden resume, a little smile there between Roberts and referee Victoria Alpaidze. Roberts. Oh, breakthrough. Oh, good save. Darleux. It's actually the first save by either goalkeeper in the match for France. And that's defending inside the area. Zadi was thinking about the line and then suddenly saw a gap and took a sharp right. There you go. Nice block by Edwige on the line. That's a reaction from Thomas Axner. So Pinot missed one. Comes up to have another go. Makes no mistake this time. Gets her account off the ground. Fast approaching the 700 goal mark for France, Pinot. So it's all square at 24 minutes. After the Swedes briefly had a 2-goal lead. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Well, this match is everything we wanted. Some great quality and another good save. Follow up though for Dano. Gets a lucky break. The French are so quick at going on the counter-attack that most of the defenders left the moment the shot was taken. She shoots and they start charging away, and it was too late. Sweden back in front again. Zadi. That's blocked but put out of play by Roberts as Fleet comes back into the attack for France, juggling a lot at the back. Zadi manhandled away by her club teammate, the Rostov Don. Nothing given. The break is on. Blom has to move the ball back in the end. They're not quite organised yet. Dano. And runs out of time in the end, and the break is on. And Valentini steals the ball. And that's typical French poaching. Under pressure, she made the pass, and Valentini was already moving up to take it. No chance for Rude, who's on a 29% save rate for Sweden. 5 saves from 17. France's shooting stats were never near the top of the charts here at these World Championships. Came into the match on 60%, while Sweden are on 73%. Telling factor for France is more to do with their long-range shooting, where they've only scored 9 from 43 long-range efforts looking for the line. France have been very careful to keep tabs on Blum. Nokondi, flip into the wing. And on the near post, it goes in for Alicia Toublanc, her third goal. And now it's France who edge back in front again. The lead is being traded back and forth between these two teams in a thoroughly entertaining quarter-final. So again, Stromberg, Roberts and Dano at right back. Stromberg under close scrutiny, but the wing's free. There was a real opportunity to pass the ball directly onto the left wing where Melegor is waiting. Sweden's number 4. She's right up in the far side in the wing. Dano. Roberts into the line. That's great play. Comes out again. Now Hagman's got a huge angle. And she scores her 7th goal of the game. She scored more than half the Swedish goals. It was an awkward shot to start with, but again, Nokondi had gone off on a fast break. It's all square again, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Oh, unlucky for Rude, but it's another goal for Toublanc. The newest member of the team for France in her first major competition for them. is top scoring with 4. Oh, Nokondi. Oh, brilliant save! Trying to go to the near post, and Darleux threw herself at that. It's not for the faint-hearted when you're playing goal. And so they settle things down again, and Edwige will go off. There's a good opportunity, cut out, decent angle. Red all the way this time, though. That was the goal at the other end for Toulon. We're into the last 2 minutes of the first half. Faupas. Flip. Oh, now there's a break on for the Swedes. Hagman's got it and scores, and it's all square again. 8 goals for Hagman. She's on 70 goals in this competition. The standout player. Missed connection. Frustration for the French coach. And Nokondi caught the defender very high. In fairness, though, the Swedes have been in a group that's been very tough. Of course, they've had the Netherlands, defending champions, Norway in their half of the draw. They've also had Uzbekistan, Puerto Rico and Kazakhstan, where they've scored very highly in those games, and it's allowed Hagman to get off the mark with the fast breaks. As a team timeout is called by Krumholtz inside the last minute of the first half, with the scores tied at 14-all.
Mais ici, on sait ce qu'il va. D'accord? Ah, si. On sait que tu vas en premier. On sait que tu vas en premier. D'accord? À fond. Ah, tu viens jouer là, Mémé, tu viens jouer là. Si on monte inversé, tu peux donner là et là. Solution au pivot. D'accord? Allez, on replie à fond.
Disponible parce que sur le deuxième croisé, peut-être que je vais pouvoir te la remettre.
Allez, allez,
encore. On va pas là, comme ça.
Zadi has her word to say as well. Lovely reaction. Well, the Swedish fans are enjoying it. The French looking a little soporific. So 55 seconds of the first half remaining. Sertien Hugonin has come back on again with Nokondi in the centre. Zadi at left back. Zadi, good save. Ball's gone out to the side, though. France will get another attack, and it means that any thought of a passive play against them is reset, and they may be able to run the half down if they're clever about it. Zadi, Nokondi, same move again. Let's see if it works. Now there's a bit of a gap. It's a penalty. 2 defenders inside the area as Faupas got in behind them, and they've stopped the clock with 14 seconds remaining. There was the quick pass in. She was under such close scrutiny, did well to grab it. That was the earlier shot, and a good save for Ruda, but change the keeper for the penalty. Johanna Bunsen, with over 100 caps for Sweden, comes in to face Pino. Scored 1, missed 1. Ah, cheeky, lobs it over the top. Quick now for Sweden. They've got about 8 seconds to get a shot away. They're going to put on the extra attacker. Lagerqvist comes on 7 against 6. Oh, on the buzzer. It's all square again. The captain plants it in the corner. Teed back up again. The defense didn't go up. Bounced off the foot and goes up into the roof of the net. Pino's reaction says it all. Her penalty seemed to have given France the lead. But Sweden hadn't quite finished yet. What a first half. And so at the break here in Granollers, it's France 15, Sweden 15. Well, the match very much as we expected. Some good defense by France, but their attack has struggled a bit because the Swedes have defended very well indeed, but their attack is more efficient, as we knew. Glosser there, who didn't manage to make a save initially in the 19 minutes she was on. Darleux is now on 3 saves from 9. Well, if any of you have written Swedish children's books, you may know more about that. So the attacks are the same. They've ended up with 15 goals from 27 shots on both sides. France improving as the match went on. Fast breaks, France have squandered 2 of them and missed a penalty as well. And the turnovers, Sweden have had 8. Under pressure from a good French defence, France 4. And suspensions, 2 for France, 1 for Sweden. So tout blanc, the best of the French players with 4. Sergien Hugolin finding good form today, finally with 3 goals. But Hagman is outscoring them all with 8 goals to make it 70 here in Spain. Host of other players on 2s and 1s. Well, Sweden have tended to have the edge here. They're the blue dots at the bottom. They opened up a 3-1 lead. And a couple of times they had 2-goal leads. In the middle spell, the French started to wake up again and got back in. And then they closed off very well, France, with 3 goals before letting in that last-ditch equaliser from Stromberg. French have had good service on the right wing, where Toublanc is scoring well. 1 left-wing shot for Lassource didn't go in. Breakthroughs and passes to Foupa on the line are delivering well. But that missed penalty and 2 missed fast breaks could come back to haunt them at the end of the match. Sweden have scored all 4 penalties, courtesy of dependable Hagman. 2 fast breaks. They've had nice breakthroughs and are getting good service on the wing. With a couple of misses on the right-hand side so far. So at the break here in this last quarter-final of these World Championships, France and Sweden are locked at 15 all. We're going to take a break as well, but join us again for the second half. We'll see you then. welcome back. The Palau de Sport de Granollers and this last quarter-final in the Women's Handball World Championships with France and Sweden locked in a 15-all tie at the break here. France already been out for quite a while. The Swedes, well, only the keepers around. The rest of the team still haven't reappeared, and there's only 1.5 minutes to go before the throw-off. France, who made a poor start with their finishing. 2 fast breaks and a penalty going begging early on. As expected, the Swedes, with the second best attack in the competition, somewhere ahead of the French, have looked sharper in attack, while France have looked very good in defence. But the Swedish defence has been very good until France started to find some solutions later on and actually score them, more to the point, to close the gap. It's 2014 since Sweden last beat France in official competition at European Championship that year. It was 29-26. But the reality is that going into this match, Sweden probably have their best chance. They've got the more steady squad. They've been looking extremely sharp, whereas France have been struggling with several facets of their play. Long-range shooting, which hasn't drawn out the defenders. And so Fortbars had to work even harder for her space on the line. That's continued a little here today, I'm afraid, in this quarter-final for France. Change the keeper. So Sweden throw off the second half against France in this quarter-final to decide who will play Denmark in the semi-final in 2 days' time. The score tied at 15-all. Stromberg scored that last-ditch goal just before the half-time buzzer. Good psychological blow for the Swedes. As another look, Roberts, closed angle. Oh, went through the legs. Darlot will be annoyed with herself on that one. Bit of a gift. Flip. Through the legs of the keeper at the other end. Now, Johanna Budinson plays for Copenhagen in the Danish league. The start of the second half for Sweden, even though Ruud made 6 saves in the first half. We wanted a good quarter-final, and we're getting it here between 2 excellent teams. France have resumed the second half with Toublanc and La Source on the wings. Almost tends to change them midway through each half, almost methodically. Blum out and drops back in again. Edwige keeps an eye on her. No way through there. Solid defending by Nziminko. He used sparingly in the first half, Nziminko. That ball is well blocked by Dembele. La Source waits for the service and scores. That's a nice effort, and all off a good block at the other end, as ever. France scoring off good defense. This match has literally teetered with the lead going from one to the other. If Sweden win, we will have 3 Scandinavian teams in the final 4, along with host Spain. Nziminko just trying to shake a bit of life into the attack, and passive play being called into the wing. Hagman. Smuggled it into Blum, who was very wide. Almost had to come over to help, and they're level again. Fortbars racing in, they'll slow things down, France, and get organised. France, meanwhile, the score, and Flip. They are so glad to have her back. They were struggling at the right back position, but Flip has really added a new dimension for them since returning in the last game, even though she only played for 10 minutes against the Russians. So Roberts into the centre, one of the best players in this Swedish team, and Edwige trying to cover Roberts on the way in, and Roberts slips. 31 years of age, Jamina Roberts. She arrived at these World Championships having scored over 400 goals for Sweden. That was the goal by Flip, a lovely little lob off the fingertips. Three and a half minutes played. Roberts, Stromberg in the centre, looking to pass to the right, but well, I think Roberts made a bit of a meal of that, and Nziminko is sent off. She went and closed her, and I think Stromberg has got what she wants. She's got her sent off. And play resumes. So Karlsson in the centre. They're going to have to make some changes now. She has got in hard, which is part of the issue. And La Source tries to isolate Hagman. It will bring on a passive play call a little earlier. While they're short-handed, it'll all be very helpful. Now there's space, that's an attacking foul. And Zadi crashed into Lindqvist, decked her in La Source. And Thomas Axner furious. They've got the player advantage, and now France can run the clock down a little. Darleux comes off, and for the first time in the match comes Orlan Canor. Brought into the team only in the last match. She's only just recovered from an Achilles tendon injury. Kept her out of the Olympics. Young player with a big shot. Only played for 10 minutes in the last game, really to ease her in. Here she comes. Well, there's the big shot we talked about. And immediately she scores. 5 minutes played in the second half. It's a power play for still 45 seconds for Sweden. They've got to make this count. Into the wing. Oh, well tipped away by La Source. That was destined for Hagman. He's already on 8 goals in the game. Krumholtz bellows instructions. The first time in the game, France leading by 2. It's been a luxury they haven't really had. Sweden constantly coming back. Again, La Source comes out, grabs Lindqvist. Running the clock down, and there's a passive play call against the Swedes. That's gone wide by Stromberg. And France will take their time recovering the ball and moving it up. Running out of ideas at the back against a tough defense. She saw enough daylight there. Wasn't a bad idea, but Darleux had it covered. France back to full strength again, and they've done very well in that suspension. She's scoring a goal and keeping the Swedes out. Zadi, Canor, Flip. La Source, and she scores. Dangerous time. Sweden have got to knuckle down now. 3 goals up. So changes at the back. Roberts, Lindqvist, and they're going to attack now. 4-2, 2 on the line. See if that opens up the French defense. Oh, too many steps. Well, Sweden have also played 7 against 6 in this competition, and that is definitely an option for them. At the moment they're trying it 4-2. There was the goal. Zadi seemed to be through, but chose again to pass it out to the wing. Flip. Not a great opportunity there. Into the wing. Now there's an angle. Oh, comes off the post and stays out. A bit of luck for Sweden. They need it. Edwiges races back in. Faupas is off. 7.5 minutes played, and France again, their finishing has improved dramatically in the second half. They're up to 65%. Sweden just ahead of them on 68% with their shooting. Roberts hasn't quite had the same influence in this game. France, who arguably have had a tougher half of the draw in terms of number of hard games, although Sweden have had the tougher opponents in Netherlands and Norway. That's going to be a free throw as Roberts goes down. And the referee says to Edwiges, you don't have to dive. Let's cut that one out, says Victoria Alpaidze. Hagman looking for the line. And that breaks across the back, and chance for France to come back up again. Well, the organisation on the attack has just broken down a little bit for Sweden. They've run out of ideas. They need a few long-range shots at the moment because they're trying to get stuck in at 6 meters, and France are happy to meet them there. But they've got the shooters to take the long-range efforts, but at the moment it's not coming in. Roberts isn't letting rip. Lindqvist could do with maybe trying to send some out. Canor into Faupas, and Faupas scores a second of the game. 4-goal lead for France. And unsurprisingly, team timeout called by Sweden off the back of this effort here. Faupas waits on the outside, puts the block on, turns her back on the defender to give herself space, and finishes nicely.
Båda sidorna. Och så har vi, kör vi lite till här hemma, Jamina och Karin. 7 mot 6, 2-3, 2-3, med tålamod. Men i bakåt så kan vi liksom inte falla isär nu. Vi tappar energi bakåt, vi tappar träff bakåt. Måste upp med energin, mål för mål. Mål för mål. Och så vårda lägena, så ni måste våga gå för nu, tjejer.
C'est très bien, très bien. Allez, on continue les filles.
Allez, on reste concentrés, c'est très bien. On continue comme ça, on pose les attaques. Les arbitres, pour moi, elles font bien. On continue, on ferme notre bouche, tout, d'accord? On continue, c'est très bien. Allez.
Edwiges, the defence boss of the team, says we continue, we're focused, we're doing well, and we keep our mouths shut with the referee, she says. I'm not sure who she aimed that one at. So Sweden throw off again, having used their second team timeout off the back of a 4-goal run by France, which has seen them go from 17-all to a 21-17 lead. Sweden need to get back in quickly. The captain is back on again, Stromberg. Oh, the ball is stolen! There's an empty goal! And Lassour scores! Well, it's the danger. They're playing 7 against 6, and when you do that, you take the risk. Undeterred, though, we were talking about this earlier, that Sweden have this in their repertoire, and they've used it in this World Championship, 7 against 6. But as we saw, there's an element of risk. But 2 on the line, it puts pressure on the French defence. Oh, the line's free briefly. Lagerqvist just had a line of sight. Stromberg uses her and squeezes it past and brings an end to a run of 4 goals for France. Second goal for her. Go past the 10-minute mark. So Zadi in the centre. They now have still Canor at left back, but Sertien Hugolin has come on, number 19 at the bottom of the picture. It's actually her birthday today, she's 24. Well, it's good that she takes the shot at least, but that's saved. And back comes Sweden. Again, goalkeeper comes out as they go 7 against 6, but there's an empty goal. And scored by Darleux, the full length of the pitch. The goalkeeper takes the easy route. And that's a mistake by Stromberg. She took a shot way too early. They weren't even set up for 7 against 6. They were still getting the 7th player on. Goalkeeper off again. Stromberg will come off. She just hasn't found the ideas here. So Dembele decides whether she needs to come back. She better. 2 lines. Into the wing. Ooh, off the post, stays out, and Hagman, so dependable. Sees this one come off the post. It was a very narrow angle. Lassource saw it coming. Didn't give her much space. Didn't open the angle much either. France's attack improving now. They've actually overtaken Sweden with their scoring rate, 66% to 64. This is the one element of play where France have had their problems. Sergio Golin, Zadi into the wing. And that's landed inside the area. Doesn't matter anyway, didn't go in. Granier has gone in on the wing with Valentini as we pass the 15-minute mark in the second half. Good defending that time by Sweden, who impeded the progress of the ball. And sure enough, Stromberg has gone off. Carlsen is on. It's the Holstebro in Denmark. Got a bit of pace on her. Maybe can exploit the gaps behind. Roberts into the line. And that's smuggled through. That's nice. Blum. That's what it's all about. Finding the lines, 2 of them to gun for. Nice service by Roberts. So France bring back on Nzeminko with Zadi. Hugely experienced Nzeminko. 312 goals, 138 appearances for France. Zadi, Sergio Golin. Nzeminko decides to come back out again. Oh, she's through! Only a free throw. Referees are judging potentially that she wasn't fully in control of the ball. Stepped over the line as well on the way in. Sergio Golin. And that's a penalty won by Zadi. Defending inside the area by Lagerqvist. Her club teammate in Russia at Rostov-Don fouls her. Jessica Ruder, who's gone back in goal incidentally for Bunsen, who made 0 saves from 7. Pino steps up. Oh, through the legs of the keeper for her 3rd penalty goal. 5-goal lead now for France in the 15th minute. Sweden have to play on with this 7 against 6. There really isn't any choice. Time and again, Lagerqvist just gets a little bit of daylight. Oh, nice. Saw the chance. Jenny Carlsen right up in the top corner. 2nd of the game. Darleux now on just 3 saves from 14. So Fliepers return into the attack, so they've got the experienced trio across the back now. Who is the mainstay of the attack. And Flip scores 4 goals for the 27-year-old. Plays for Paris 92. Roberts. Oh, and a poor pass. It's picked up just inside. Midway point is passed with France leading by 5, but there's still plenty of time for Sweden. Main thing is not to panic and try and get back too quickly. And again, Carlsen turning out to be a much better option than Stromberg in the centre. Zadi into the wing, not enough space this time. They'll come back again as Edwige goes off to get Faupas substituted in. They have dug themselves out of a few holes, the Swedes. This game is far from over. Passive play now against France. Went in, sucked in the defender. Oh, inside the area, that won't count. Have to get back quickly in Ziminko. Swedes break. Roberts comes back on as the 7th player. Goalkeeper is out once more, and they're going to make some more changes across the back. There was the chance. Inside post really was beckoning there. And they pulled another one back, slowly but surely. And it's Anna Lagerqvist, her first of the game. Well, she's been seeing daylight for a bit, and France asleep in defence. So they put on Melissa Petrén for her first minutes on court, the Copenhagen left back. Looking for the line, nothing given by the referees, quick pass out. This is a good spell now by Sweden. Into the wing, Hagman. Not had much look in the second half. Looking to see where the 7th player is. She's just coming on, it's Roberts. So 2 quick goals for Sweden. And suddenly the scoreline looks a lot more achievable. Looking for the line, it's stolen this time. Zadi gets the ball back. And the empty goal beckons for Valentini with a second. Both the goals have come into empty nets at the other end. Faupas did well to release it quickly to Zadi, who passed it down to the wing. Goalkeeper came running in a little too late. So Petrén at right back. 7 goals in the competition so far, been used a bit sparingly, but she has got a decent shot on her. Roberts into the wing. Defence has covered again this time. France will have known that Sweden would try 7. That's a lovely pass! Superb assist by Karlsson. Put away by Lindblom for her 5th goal. The assist was superb. No-look pass. Come back again, says Ziminko, not sure why. Flip goes into the wing, Valentini, not much going on there. And passive play call now against France. Someone has to shoot. They've probably got a couple of passes left, and Sweden know it. Looking for the line, misses the connection. And Sweden have managed to get a little bit of rhythm going here now. Roberts. Goal now would help, get them back within 2, and then France might just start shaking a little. It's going to be a free throw. Karlsson looking again for the shot. Krumholtz happy with that. Petrén back again, passive play being called now. It's good defending. Edwige not giving Blum any space. Oh, in the end, that was the 6th pass. She had to take the shot. And Karlsson clips the post and it stays out. And we passed the 50-minute mark in the match. Team timeout called by France off the back of this action. That was a beautiful pass, the earlier goal by Blum.
On peut faire bloc sur le 2 ici, avec ici croisé, d'accord? On se replace vite ici pour reprendre la profondeur, pour éviter les montées inversées, d'accord? Ou alors on peut faire bloc sur le 2, ici, et on rentre ici. Laura, faut pas que rentres comme ça. Hein. Faut que tu sois assez près à la Lacrabert. Hop, là. Les filles, il faut pas avoir peur de prendre de la profondeur. Par contre, il faut les...
Kom igen! 10 minuter kvar, det är målen bak som räknas.
Continue.
So Krumholtz wanting maybe a little more depth in the attack. So here we go again then, France leading by 3, having taken their second team timeout. Both teams have one left now. Nokondi has come in, Zadi. And that's Valentini on the far side. Her first wing shot of the match. Her earlier 2 goals coming on the break with empty goals. 4-goal lead restored. At the moment, Petrén is staying on, but she hasn't taken a shot yet. Another one nice quick pass into Lagerqvist. Roberts breaks through. Oh, through the legs of the keeper. That'll help, but it's only her first goal of the game. Roberts, who's scored 29 in the competition so far. Had a quiet match today, not really finding a way through. The Toublanc just backed off, wanting to cover the wing. Zadi. Oh, brilliant! Everyone was watching Fleet come around, but she didn't do the cross pass. She kept the ball and followed through. Swedes are going to switch the line players around. Blum is going to move in front of Petrén. They'll switch back again now as Lagerqvist comes out, drops in. Little Jago. Into the wing. Not a great pass, but did well to control it. Melegor, who scored that last-ditch equaliser against Norway that got them through to the quarter-final. And that scored, finally, Hagman gets her first of the second half. Back to a 3-goal game. France, who've lost several of their key players after the Olympics, retiring. Oh, good save. It's gone out to the side, though. Possession stays with France. Jessica Rude. For France, Amandine Leno, the goalkeeper, retired. Siraba Dembele, their captain. Lacrabert, scorer of 850 goals for them. Dansette, all gone. Slightly new-look team. Zadi decides to try the corner. Clips the bar and has cleared the safety net at the back. So the spare ball's been brought out. That was a good save by Rude. After shot by Nokondi. Well, players hate swapping the ball over. The clock's been stopped. They were going to switch with another ball at the table. But there's so much resin by now that will have been smeared onto that ball. They like it. The more resin, the better. So, Roberts, Lagerqvist comes out. Carlson. Looking into the wing. Oh! Loose pass by Carlson. Goes straight over the head of Hagman, and France now don't even force the pace on the attack. They got an eye on the clock. Chance of Allée des Bleus from fans. We've made the 2-hour drive down here from the French border, hoping that France can hang on. About 6 minutes of the match remaining. Passive play call against them. Zadi switches back again. Nokondi turns and slams it away. Lovely play by the 23-year-old Metz player. 83 kilometers an hour, that was a hammer blow. And a team timeout, the last one for Sweden, called by Thomas Axner off the back of this goal, that restores a 4-goal lead for the French right over the head of Rude. Canard celebrates.
Upp i luften, satsar ditåt och så ligger Jamina med höjd. Så hoppvänd, pass där och så håller du spärren där. Så sticker vi in den där. Ja. Nej, hon kommer brett.
Mais bon, moi c'est pas grave, ok? Mais donnez tout là parce qu'on est un peu en difficulté avec Agman Alel. Allez, allez, encore.
Et n'hésitez pas à aider même si elles sont 7.
Oui, voilà! Pour ça!
So Edwige, a few words of her own, veteran of 130 internationals for France. The great part she's played, Beatrice Edwige, 33-year-old. One of the 7 world champions who remain from the 2017 team. So the only change for the Swedish lineup is that they brought in Nina Dano again at right back for Petrén. Ball is loose, but it comes back again. Now there's a chance. Oh, I needed to go straight to the line, but hesitation. Petrén has come off after 8 minutes on court and no shots. Carlsen! Side netting, and she was clear through. Rude is racing back in goal, but France happy to play it slow now. They've been forcing the pace early on, but the time pressure is on Sweden. That was such a good chance as well. Carlsen, who's had a terrific spell and been instrumental in settling nerves on the Swedish side and finding some solutions. Zadi. Oh, the ball is fumbled. That's gone wide, nothing is given. Sertien Hugolin drops it. Faupas gets the rebound off one of the defenders, but puts it wide. Tries to go through. Nokondi bundled out of the way. They've got to take it quick now. Time is against them. Oh, and a slip by Roberts. And that's not good. She comes away hobbling. Jelena Roberts. Oh, there. Just foot went away from underneath her. Main thing is her knee didn't bend out. So still, 7 against 6 hasn't quite delivered yet for them. The French will have been practicing this for a long, long time. Intercepted. She's racing after it. Oh, stops it on the line. She got no power behind it, Darleux, whether it was the resin. And Rude stops it on the line. That could have been the final blow for the Swedes. Now into the wing, Hagman. Oh yes. Lindblom scores goal number 6 off a nice assist coming back in from Hagman on the wing. Under pressure as well. There was the shot. She just got no power on it. Wonder if it was the resin. That's how close it was. And the resin actually helped it stop dead as well. They now go to a very deep 5-1 defense. Melegor at the front. Free throw for France. And Ziminko doesn't want the ball. She's in no rush. Faupas. Zadi's going to have to come around, and the wingers too. And a team timeout is called. 3 minutes to go.
Mais déjà, il faut te démarquer, d'accord? Mais elle va faire de l'induction à chaque fois, hein? Ne vous foutez pas la balle. Elle va faire plutôt l'induction là, elle revient là si la balle est là, hein? Mais allez pas la mettre la balle dans le dos. Et là, si t'es passé, il faut y aller. Les arrières, faut vous vous rapprochez un peu, là, latéralement, et un petit peu dans la profondeur, pas trop. Et recevez vos
Vad sa du? Ja, just det, bakåt nu. Vi lyfter med Nina också, ta bort en nia till. Spela 4-2.
Well, that could have been such a different look to the game if that had gone in. Ruud did incredibly well sprinting from the bench. Philippe is back on again. Well, they've now got a 4-2 defense. Nokandi rather than Zadi, big individually marked. That's going to be a free throw, but passive play now called against France. They lead by just 3. Still smiles on the Swedish bench. Zadi, Faupas. Oh, she scores under pressure. The 20-year-old gets goal number 3. That could be telling. 4-goal lead, 2.5 minutes to go for France now. The Olympic champions. They beat Sweden in the semi-final of the Olympics. Oh, and a save by Darleux. She doesn't go for the long pass this time. One look at the clock. And Darlou's 5th save. Well, this goal, it would have been a penalty otherwise. Both defenders inside the area. They've gone back now. It's a turnover. Carlson looks for the long pass. Oh, stolen back by Valentini. And we're into the last 2 minutes and the French fans are on their feet. That was a turnover. They say double dribble, the referees, but this was red all the way. Taken from under the nose. Philippe, there's a gap. She looks for the wing instead. And they're running the clock down. 1.5 minutes to go, 4-goal lead. Sweden need to score 4 times now. Block the French out just to take the match to extra time. Philippe waits wide, looking for the line. The ball is loose, picked up again. Granier, still a passive play call. Nokandi's going to have to take the shot, and she scores! 3rd goal. And surely that is it. Big smile from Krumholtz. Pinot is pressed on into the defense. Goalkeeper is off. They played most of this second half, 7 against 6 Sweden. But the French saw it coming and they haven't been able to break it down. France restricting them to 11 goals, even with the extra play on the attack. Ball is picked up. Pinot decides to launch the long pass. It's gone wide. 30 seconds to go. It's academic now. They've run out of time. And so we've got a faulty substitution for Sweden. That too academic. Poor old Carlson went on too early. And so it'll be a turnover. France will get possession back and the Swedes will finish short-handed. Carlson has put in a big shift when they played 7 against 6. But the French are getting ready to celebrate another semi-final. They have now reached 7 semi-finals in the last 8 championships they have played in. Celebrations have started on the bench. Sertien Golin, the birthday girl, is on. Nokandi scoring the last goal. 10 seconds to go. Sertien Golin feeds it back again. Nokandi into the line. Faupas. Lovely save by Ruud. And that is it. France have beaten Sweden and go through to the semi-final, where they will be up against Denmark. The final score here in Granulus: France 31, Sweden 26. Well, Sweden arrived in this match off some excellent performances. Not least a draw against Norway, hot favourites here at this championship, and a draw against the defending world champions, the Netherlands. But France, who've had a tough run all the way through, came good, started badly, They missed a lot of early chances. And the players are utterly distraught. Carlsen is in tears. And he's been consoled by Johanna Bunsen. Hagman, he scored 8 in the first half, restricted to just 1 in the second. And Darleux, who made 5 saves. So the teams are lined up for the Player of the Match award, sponsored by Hummel. And Sweden's campaign is over. Lindblom gets the Player of the Match award with 6 goals from 6 attempts. Played the whole match. Big role in defense as well. But in the end, I'm afraid, it wasn't to be for Sweden. France, who were level at the break, came storming out in the second half and went from 17-all to 21-17. And Sweden never recovered from that. They pressed on the extra attacker. But France knew it was coming. They'd been speaking about it for a while. If it gets tight, we will face 7 against 6. But their defense still held solid. They actually conceded less goals in the second half against one extra attacker than they did in the first. France, with some new young players in the lineup, can celebrate. Several club teammates here, of course. Lucerne and Zeminko, who play with Blum and Djur in Hungary. And then Zadie and Idwish, who play together with Lagerqvist at Rostov-Don. It's the French who'll have the bragging rights. And they celebrate. It'll be a tough game against the Danes. They are also looking very good indeed. And the French problems in attack today, it looked as if they were going to have them all the way through. That's for 7 wins. The customary photo. France's amazing record of getting through to the last 4 in major competitions. And Sergio Golin, well, she can go and have a birthday cake now. Glusser's got the hang of it, I think. The smiles be hard to wipe off their faces. Poor old Lindblom put in such a great effort, as she always does. She's an incredible player. 3rd World Championship. But not to be. They got into the semi-finals 4 years ago and came away with no medal then. France then in the end, 60% success rate with their field throws to 61 for Sweden. But it was the fast breaks, 3 of them for France in the first half. There were more than 3 in reality. Some of them were second phase attacks, but Sweden had 16 turnovers in the end to France's 8. And that proved decisive, but they were very often when there was an empty goal behind them as well. Toublanc, Lassource and Flippo finished for France with 4 goals, but outscored by Hagman with 9 goals, only 1 in the second half, and Blum, Player of the Match, with 6. So France had beaten Sweden. It was the last quarter-final here, 31-26. They are through to the semi-final against Denmark, while Spain will be up against Norway in the other. Hope you've enjoyed the match, but that's it for us tonight. Hope you can join us again. But for now, from me, Paul Bray, good night.
Reste, les filles, ici. Oui, ça va. Mieux. Bonjour, Brianna. J'essaye de voir pour la venue. Ouais, je m'en occupe tout de suite, mais allez. Mon contact à l'IHF, il est parti à l'instant, donc je m'en occupe. Ça, je m'en doutais. J'essaye de faire de mieux. Bisous.
Säger att den är ganska bra. Kontrollerat det.
Ja, de är långsamt idag. Alltså, men sen har de lärt sig till farten. Det är som att så här, de är på när de märker liksom att det är ingen idé att trycka, så trycker de inte. Men sen när de väl sätter fart i anfallsspelet, då är det med fart.
Ja.
Yes.
Det blir den tempoväxlingen, det blir på 3 spelare samtidigt.
Ja. Och sen tappar vi vårt tempo
Men det är
ganska
tydligt
mycket.
att de ville dra ner på tempot.
Ja.
Så blir det ju när vi spelar 7-6 så får vi inte lika bra kontringsspel heller.
Men vi tappar ju helt vårt tempo hela anfallet. Alltså.
Ja, precis. Och då ska man stångas typ.
Ja, exakt.
Packar ju över extremt. Släpper på högerlinjen i andra halvlek.
Vad sa du?
Sen packar ju mot vänsterlinjen.
Ja. Men jag vet inte heller, nu hade vi ju inte go där. Alltså, det var ju många som kanske inte hade dagen idag heller. Alltså det ska ju krävas också. Då tycker jag vi spelar ju ändå så pass jämnt. Men...
Ja, men känns jag vill också säga lite typ till Nina och när hon kom in också att vi kan gå på den 2:an. För att hon står liksom på typ 6 meter nästan.
Ja.
Alltså just även om det går mot 6 så här, kan den sista passen bara stå upp till höger ifall.
Ja, det tycker
Det
jag
blir
också.
väldigt mycket så här,
Jag tror att den högerlinjen, alltså typ i varje rulle bakom. För de packar in.
Ja, och behöver kanske inte ens gå så djupt. För jag tror att det är det man blir det är ju det som är jobbigt med de här är ju att de gör ju de där huggen. Men de är ju oftast uddlösa hugg. Men det blir ju ändå lite den här man suger på bollen.
En sekund.
Ja, och då är det för sent på något sätt. Alltså att,
och lite om man är där inne liksom i huvudet och satsat. Och så vet man att de bara, alltså en kan bara rusa på den man tänker passa så man har liksom säkerhetspass.
Det är ju där de är bra, alltså så för att men om man liksom kan knäcka det och få den här tajmingen på att man kanske lägger den ändå, om man bara tar ett steg lite
och
in och lägger den så.
I alla fall utmanar de på det, än att liksom man bara tar för givet att liksom
Nej, jag vet.
Om anspänningen var liksom här, för att mina var ju trött efter 10 minuter, de måste ha något skit i kroppen.
Ja, men
hälften av laget
alla har ju det.
Alla har något skit i kroppen.
Ja,
du har ju
Jag hade 38-2 innan en timme innan samling.
hade du det?
Ja, men det känns som alla, alltså,
Ja, men
det var ju bara på sista,
jag har
jag
haft
var på
något med min
taktik.
mage också, jag har inte ätit
Men du har inte fått någon energi på 3 dagar, du har hållit någon mat så.
Ja, men Emma också. Nere. Mina och Emma är också jättebra på slutet.
Men så tänker jag också, hon har inte spelat så mycket heller så kanske det är svårt med match. Alltså det blir också
Ja, det är
all
klart.
or nothing matchtempo där. Men nej, det känns ryckigt.
Ja, exakt.
Också så nu har man ju inte någon superanalys. Men man blir bara så, kan man bara spela ut. Men det kan man ju inte. Nej, men jag tänker så här, det har ju mött varje match. Alltså det har inte varit någon match man tänkt så här, ja men det är 16. Då kan vi spärr där och skjuta över den 3. Alla lag har ju varit där höga, lite så. Jag tror kanske att det är bara det vi måste anpassa oss till. Alltså att det är det som kommer vara. Tänker jag. Vi ska se vad han kommer bli. Ja.
Det känns som att det är verkligen två olika, vi gör det väldigt bra första gången. Så det är som att där är det inte de som kontrollerar tempot.
Nej. Nej, och så får vi kanske också där någon räddning som går ut i händerna till en kontring som ger oss, det är ju sånt som ger oss boost också tänker jag.
Ja, för det här är en bra målvakt.
Alltså
Jessica har
vann
ju
målvaktsmatchen.
Ja, men jag tänker alltså vi hade många, alltså så här många lägen som de ska ta men också många som man inte räknar med. Alltså så det känns som att de måste ha haft bra procent.
Vad hade Jessica?
Ja, hon hade 34.
Det är väl bra. Alltså godkänt i en sån här toppmatch.
Ja, men
Nej, de hade ju bara 7 räddningar. Ryska hade 10.
Okej.
Så det hade inte blivit med.
Nej.
Jag kände också att vi ville ha försöka få hennes fart där.
Ja, om Jessica hade kunnat skruva upp på sitt passningstempo så hade hon kunnat bli killer.
Men du förstår att det är stressat det här måste också hända att man ska bli varm för försvar.
Ja, men nu var det ju mitt i matchen, men alltså, så, jag kunde inte hålla masken. Alltså,
Nej, alltså jag
Det var det
skrattade,
sjukaste.
jag skrattade på plan, men det var ju mer för att alla, alltså man kan inte skratta.
Ja, men
var
det är
ju-
också så här, du vet,
det var så här, man blir glad för hon tar ju det.
Ja, men
Det blir bara så här, det går ju till och kullerbyttan går i slow motion.
och att det är liksom så här, man är på väg att se matchen rinna ur händerna och man är så sur. Men sen ändå,
Vad hände detta?
men hon, alltså från de här, liksom, jag tänkte så här, gud, det här gud. Ja, alltså hon är ju kung.
Ja, verkligen.
Du ser det.
Verkligen.
Försörj bara. Det är verkligen.
Oh purée.
Ja, hon gör bara
On est deux. Ouais, je suis contente. Ouais. C'était cool, mais on n'a jamais atteint ce niveau-là défensif, je trouve.
Franchement, det här gick också typ när vi fick så var jag redan bytt. Jag springa och byta.
Attends qu'on gagne.
Alltså vi sen byta in en mittsexa sent.
Ouais, parce que franchement, on les a fait hier sur 7 contre 6. Elles ont parce que Danemark, Norvège et tout, elles ont cassé la tête sur le 7 contre 6 et nous, on les a bien emmerdés.
Ouais, c'est clair. Au final, je pense qu'elle cherchait uniquement le pivot.
Welcome to the post-game press conference for the quarterfinals of the IHF Women's World Championship in Granollers, the match between the national teams of France and Sweden, with final score France 31, Sweden 26. With us there are the members of the national team of France, Mr. Olivier Krambolsk, head coach, player number 16, Ms. Cléopâtre Darlot, player number 10, Ms. Grace Sadi. And representing Sweden, there is the national head coach, Mr. Thomas Axner, the player number 19, Anna Lagerskist, and the player number 6, Ms. Karin Stromberg. First, let's go and listen the national head coach of Sweden, Coach Axner. What are your impressions about this quarterfinals match?
Well, first of all, congratulations to France. I think you deserved the win. You played a very good game. I think we had a first 30 minutes. We played well. We played a good defense. And in the second half, France controlled the tempo very well and split our defense and worked with fast players and pivot. And we got torn apart a bit. And we had a bad 10 minutes period that costed a lot. We took a chance to play 7 against 6. And it was okay, but they scored also a couple of easy goals in the empty net. Overall, I'm satisfied with the first 30 minutes. A little bit disappointed, of course, that we lose the game and couldn't make it a little bit tighter. But also, I will take my hat off for France. They did a good game and then they deserve to win. Overall, I'm happy about the tournament. We had a very difficult, how do you say, we played against the European champion, the world champion, and today the Olympic champion, and we're still only at the quarterfinals. So it was for us a tough journey, but I'm happy that we are now again among the 5-6 best team in the world, and we will continue our journey, and I hope we can beat you in Paris 2024. That's the goal.
Thank you. Now we will hear Ms. Anna Lagerskis, player of Sweden. What are your feelings about this match?
Yes, first I would also like to congratulate France to the victory and the very good game. I think we play a very good first half, that we find a good, our aggressive defense and also have some fast breaks. And then in the second half, yes, we don't really come up to the level in the defense, and also we are not as successful with our 7 against 6 plays as we have been earlier games. But we knew before it would be a very tough game, and that France is, they are very good and they have a good defense and they can stress the opponent. But yes, of course, disappointed we didn't win, but I think we did it. Yeah, we fought.
Thank you. We will hear Ms. Karin Strömberg, a player of Sweden. How did you see your team in this final round match?
I also want to say thank you for the game. I agree with my teammates and trainer. I think it was a really tough game, a physical game, and I'm also really disappointed about not winning, of course, but I think we did all we could and tried to do some changes in our attack to get some more easy goals. Succeeded not so much, but in the end I think we fight a lot and I think we played some really good games in this tournament.
Okay, thank you. Now time to hear Mr. Olivier Campbell, national head coach of France. Coach Campbell, how did you see this quarter-final match?
Oh, it was a tough game, like every time against Sweden. But tough game, but very fair play and correct. We was very good for defense and for fast breakthrough. In attack, we are better and better. It's a very good result. We had some difficulties against Sweden when they played with 7 players, but it's difficult. The Sweden players are very fast and very good for shooting and for pass. It's an amazing result for us and a beautiful handball weekend.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear Ms. Cléopâtre Darleux, player of France. What are your feelings about this victory?
But also I want to congratulate you because it was a really hard game for us, for me. But I'm really proud of our team and of also the defense because I think we progress a lot and we are really better and better every game. We always try to find some little things to improve and we do what we say. So this is really good. And we really fight like a team. And yes, I'm just really proud to do it again and to go in semi-final.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear Ms. Cass Sadi, player of France. What do you expect in the semi-finals?
First of all, I want to say thank you to the Swedish team. I'm very happy tonight, but also disappointed to see my teammate Anna Lagerquist like this. But yes, I'm very happy, first of all, for the game of tonight, because I think we have showed very good things. And now for the semi-final, yes, it's a semi-final. It will be a tough game against a strong Danish team, and we just expect like a war, because I think it will be a very difficult game. Today was also a difficult game, and in 2 days it will be another games, and now we just have to rest, have a good recovery, and start to work on the Danish team.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Any questions? No? Okay, thank you for your assistance.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.